Hey everybody, and my name is Kevin, and welcome to Kev's Vibe of the Day, where I give you a little bit of a reading from an oracle deck that I choose. And let's get right to the cards. So, here we have three today. I sat and meditated for a while, as I usually do, and I got a little quiet because the first card I pulled was the Mountain card again, and I wasn't sure whether to go with that one card or to pull two more. And as I usually do, get guidance. So I pulled a second one, Protection Guardian, which is the message is drop your shields. And then, of course, I can't really do anything without a third. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is the Strength, Heart, and Challenge reading for today. And the sun came out. So then it makes perfect sense for me to read these three together. So let's start with what we know, where we are, and where we are right now this minute. This is the card of strength. And knowing exactly where you are, being aware of your current situation, because that's all we have to go from. That's all we have to work from. We can't go from where we were yesterday. We can't go from where we're going to be in the future because those time frames don't exist. So in reality, this is about you recognizing how strong, resilient, grounded, and protected you are from anything that could get in your way. The mountain, as we've said before in prior readings or messages, is a symbol that as above, so below, because the roots of a mountain are connected to the depths of Mother Earth. And the Mother Earth is the nurturing, loving, kind, resourceful, recycling wisdom that lives within us. We have to have a balance. And many times, those of us live in our lofty thoughts and our ideas. And certainly for me, on Tuesday, my mind was whirling with possibility, opportunity. Things were just kept on coming and coming, and I had a hard time focusing yesterday. Thankfully, I got grounded. I spent the entire day, most of the day, out in the sun, out in grass, out in Mother Earth, with the dirt, with the lawn, with all of that. And that helps. So I'm here to remind you that this is where you are. You're on the earth, both feet grounded, heart grounded, intentions grounded, love grounded, and you are supported and protected. So this is fact. The mountain is the fact. What we're working on, which is the heart of the matter, the nature of what we're looking to do, looking to receive, looking to have happen, is this protection guardian. And in this picture, we're seeing a warrior woman. The protection guardian is represented in this deck by the female version of Archangel Michael. And she comes with a crown of peacock feathers, pride, and the wings of both the blues, turquoise, those upper, higher realms of colour in the chakra wheel, along with being draped. So her heart, her body, and her energy is that of protection. So what is unfolding for you right now, what is happening for you right now, is that you are following a grounded way of being, a grounded way of living, coming down to more of a simplistic way of living your life. working through what is really truly important and what seems to be superficial and not as important as it should be. The challenge, which is what we're working with, what we're moving through, because we are always working on something. We are always in the momentum, always in receiving, always in doing and the doing. If you haven't already woken up to the fact that we live in this world of purpose, this world of the now leads to the next, leads to the next, and leads to the next. But we never actually get to the next. But we do actually live in the now. You've heard that before. Sometimes it gets to be a little bit nauseating when we say deal with the power of now, but that's where we find ourselves. The one thing I want to say to you with the sun's energy and the message of enjoy, success, and happiness, what I would love for you to write down and say to yourself, I cannot get this wrong. Everything works out perfectly for me. And if you live with this and you look at this and you connect it to the protection guardian that's encouraging you to drop the shield, drop the pretense, take off the mask, let go of the insecurities, the doubts and the fears and the things you're hung up on, which really, truly is a continual cycle. To me, this sort of work that I do on a daily basis, more so now than I've ever done in my life, is about a wash cycle. So finally, the sun is saying, come out and enjoy the success and happiness that you've got. The sun's job in the entire solar system is to nurture the earth, to feed it with energy. And when the sun shows up in a reading such as this, especially in the challenging position, it's a huge indication that you're to bask in it, enjoy it, go out there and run and jump in it. You can look at life, the physical time-space reality that you're in at the moment, as being chaotic, crazy, uncertain, which is really where the protection guardian comes in. We are all being moved forward in a way that we've not been moved forward before. Even if you took one day or a morning, let's start with a morning. A morning can be from 9 to 12, 8 to 12, 7 to 12, anything from up to noon. And you turned off all of your electronic devices, all of your distractions, everything. And you don't have to do it without a planning. You can put a plan in place. You could choose next Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Choose a day that you would normally be responsive and jumpy and reaching for all these up there in your thoughts types of activities, and make a plan to be digital free. That's a decision. That's a true decision to make, to be digital free. This way, it's planned. You're manifesting it. You're making the plan to do it in the present moment. And if you're looking at these cards and this message, Protection Guardian says, no matter what, your digital free morning, I don't think an hour is long enough. I think 2 hours would get you squarely. I think 3 hours you will be really, really losing your mind, wondering who's trying to get a hold of you and what's going on. This is what I'm meaning by staying up in this kind of whirligig of nonsense. And in your period of time, your morning of being digital free, write the real truth and reality of the feeling of going digital free, being without a phone, being without social media, being without access to it. Write down your angst, write down these feelings. See how much of this stuff is controlling what you do on a day-to-day basis. Meaning the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the reactions, the responses, all of this that we don't really get any control over. Then, at the end of your time frame of digital free living, then you make a decision, really important and very subtle. What did you do in that digital free time frame? How did you feel in that digital free time frame? How do you feel now, having done it, accomplished it, finished it? Just an exercise. It's tough. To grow and make changes is really tough. But when you have a reading like this, dropping your shields, getting into protection, understanding that you cannot get it wrong and there will always be work to do. Preparing yourself for the most powerful part of who you are is really what you're meant to do. There is a whole lot about you and I and our connection to this universe that we're on. We have no clue. And we can't get a clue while we are distracted, tuned in, tapped into something that is not out of our control, meaning the digital distractions of the world. So let's go to today, which is the 16th of September 2021, and read from Melody Beatty's Journey to the Heart. The message that she wrote in the 90s when she put this book together is the real magic is about to begin. At some point in the journey, we may become tired and confused, homesick. All the mountains, the sceneries, the food, the people, the experience just don't do it for us anymore. We want to go home. What am I doing here? We wonder. Nothing worthwhile is happening. Yet another part of us knows the truth and whispers, yes, something is happening. Something worthwhile. Feeling homesick is part of the journey. It can mean we've reached a turning point. When we get to that place, a friend once said, it means the journey has really begun. Stay present for yourself and all your emotions. You've worked through so much. Don't stop now. Getting through this place, this point, will turn your life around. You've learned and grown. You've worked so hard, healing your heart, cleansing your soul. Your spiritual growth has been profound. But until now, all the work you've done has been to prepare you for where you're going. You've seen only a little of what life has to offer. You're about to walk through a door. Now that your heart is open, you'll see, touch, and even know more of life's wonders. It's a reward for where you've been. Keep feeling your feelings and trusting your guidance. Let the magic begin. The magic truly is in that connection. The connection between what is an ongoing living life with the elements of the physical world and the spiritual world and how those two come together. And this is where these gateways, doorways, portals, and my friend the Alchemist has been hovering to come and speak. So I am going to ask you all right now to close your eyes down, take a deep breath, and I'm going to get the alchemist to come in and speak. Hello, great ones. Hello, hello, hello. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here presenting with you and for you today. And may I say that us, because we are a collective congruent of energies together, working with you, for you, and on your behalf in many ways. May I say how truly grateful, honored we are, and so very, very proud of all that you are doing, all that you are accomplishing, all that you have set forth to do. As young Master Kevin has explained to you, there is a connection between your time, place, reality. You have heard this before. You've worked with this energy before. And the here and the now. And as I have explained in many different ways and realms, our time, the non-physical world, lives, breathes, and is without limits. Which is why, my darling friends, when the spirit that is you, part of a congruent that is us, connects with the creator, the great source energy, which is the everything. And when there is an awakening to it, when there is a realization of it, when there is that, oh my goodness, you call them goosebumps, I believe, where your hair on your arms stand up. They're not necessarily not standing up. It's our way of kissing you, breathing with you, being in your aura, and letting you know, yes, if this is how you are connecting to your congruent energy, your grouping of others on the other side, this is how you know, you feel it, you have felt it. In the beginning they say, oh, it feels like somebody walked over my grave. Well, they really didn't. How odd would it be? You're not in a graveyard. Yet, many, the beginning of their journey to spirit, believe the only time to really connect with us is on Halloween. That one day where the veil between the two worlds is thinnest. And yet, folklore, some of your organized group of religions have painted this holiday, this celebration, with an evilness about it. Mankind, the egoic part of the human experience, is and has manufactured this. It is a pretense. The ego can be quite useful when it comes to instilling confidence where there has been none. But it can also be destructive when it comes to letting that confidence become, how shall I say, judgmental is the one that you would understand. The ego wishes to win, wishes to continue the insecurity, which is why this myth of infamy, importance, to be seen as better than, to have more than, the gluttony and the greed, the insecurity of getting the last thing because it will be gone, limiting beliefs. This is where the guardian of protection that you were learning of this morning comes to let you know to drop those shields, to let go of the egoic mask. We wear them, we all wear them. Young Master Kevin has worked with this his whole life. And for those of you who were born from love, come from love, exist in love, playful, happy, joyful, bountiful children who are inquisitive, ask questions, talk incessantly. This is the mark of an angelic child who has come from the spirit world and is curious about how the physical world can line up to what is happening in spirit. Because in spirit there is no failure. There is no judgment. There's no result. It's all love. The feeling of love, the feeling of happiness, the feeling of joy. It is an ascension to something that is so familiar. The ego also wishes at this time to stir the pot of fear. You are in a social calamity, if I may. Your social calamity is where the ego is running amok because, my darlings, fear is as rampant as this virus. The COVID virus has created a global pandemic, but it is not the first ever time it has ever happened. Neither will it ever be the last. But understand this. The window of fear is what calls you to deny the evil. The growth is you saying, no, I will not purchase a bucket of fear. I'm choosing to be in the love and the joy of the trees and the earth, for they will continue. And you can choose to be part of the great water of the oceans. Many of you choose to gather towards your coastal regions, to be in the water, under the sun, on the sand. Never realizing exactly why. Got to go, have to be there. The others reach for the lofty plains and the high mountains, closer to the farther sky, looking out over the vistas of the trees, which in the northern hemisphere right now, Mother Earth is allowing them to drop. She is nurturing the roots of her trees, drawing them back down into the heart the depths of her love, and these trees' roots will soon be replenished, nurtured, loved on, cherished, making way for a new emergence about 6 months from now. And in the northern part of this beautiful world, there is much joy, much celebration. You like your celebrations, you earthly people. You like your food and your drinking and your time gathering, as does nature. Many mammals go sleeping. Time to restore, as I have come to encourage you, my darlings. You are doing such great work, and we are so very proud of what you are doing. What I would love for you to do more of is to join up the energy that is your spirit. Read more about how you heal yourself first. Learn more about how you increase your purpose to be of service. Understand more by meditating and calling upon your beautiful guardian angels. All of you have one, some of you have several. As I explained in the beginning, we are a congruent of collective energies. The young master Kevin was looking for an outlet, a extension into source energy to be of service. And indeed, he comes from our congruent, manifesting, sharing the differences between the earth and life experiences with all of you, and spirit, when it's time to let go and move forward. We are here to love you and to help you. This is why in the last 20 years, 30 years, stories, movies have all been about mysteries, magic, the manifestation of something that yesterday wasn't there and today is here. Many, you call them coaches, go out and encourage. There isn't a line of study in today's modern world that isn't connected with the releasing of limiting thoughts and beliefs and the opening of something greater, bigger, the understanding that these limiting thoughts and beliefs are yours. They were placed upon you by those you trusted, those you loved, those you thought knew better. Well, my friends, the discovery is you are here to enjoy your own discoveries. You cannot discover new things, learn different things while you are limited in your thinking, while you are bent, as you say. I find that rather amusing, bent. You know, in order for things to flow, they have to bend. They don't all break, some do. Anyway, my point, my darlings, is to let you know that, in growth you have to release. Your limiting beliefs have to be released so bigger parts of who you are can be revealed. And yes, there will come a time, and it is right now, where all of you are converging together with different thoughts, feelings, and beliefs of what is happening. What I would love for you to understand and learn manifest what your heart wishes to have. With your mind and your imagination, you have an imagination for a reason. We put images. You put images. You put images into your mental mind, third eye center. You conjure up what you're looking to achieve. It could be as simple as the clothes you wear, the car you drive, the house you live in, the street you're on, the food you eat, the friends you spend time with, the cards you write, the people you celebrate. All of these things are put into your mind prior to you going and doing. So you see, my darlings, you are always manifesting. And the manifestations begin in your head, begin in your mind, your brain, your thoughts, your imagination. It is not any different to imagining something humongous, something amazing, something phenomenal, something fantastic to occur, as it is for something that you know, that's easy, that's simple, that you do all the time. In the world of spirit, where we are so very interested in your limiting beliefs and thoughts about money, the currency, how it works. Man in your world has created pretty pictures with paper that man chooses to say, this piece of paper has more value than this piece of paper. In the spirit world where we are, these pieces of paper have the same significance. They're pieces of paper, albeit artistic, pretty, colourful in some countries. Some is metal, little discs. Some is exchange. And there we have it, the exchange. One thing that is a gift in your world, my friends, is this: the time that you have while you're in your physical time and place, your lineage. That is something of value. That is something that you spend. You spend time. And I'm so grateful that the Master Kevin suggested your digital free time and the witnessing of how much of it you have spent looking at your digital devices, going to places that are none of your business, trying to find out what other people are doing or not doing, saying or not saying. In particularly, this obsession you have about what people are thinking, saying about you. These are limiting behaviors, habits that are not serving your higher purpose. They are not helping you move, grow forward. And yet, you have the free will to spend your time in physical space however you wish. That is the gift we gave you from spirit when you were born, from the spirit world into the physical, to spend your time. You have the free will. Now, my darlings, with that deep, meaningful, loving, kind, gentle message I must go. There is always wisdom, always joy, always love here for you all. Until next time. Hmm. Hmm. Bring your hands to heart center at your chest. And take to heart what you've learned and listened to, understood and received. And then with the love and the light that lives within you, lift your thumb knuckles to third eye center. Together we bow. Honor the world as we say namaste. Thank you, my friends. I hope that you will like this, subscribe to it, share it with people. And until next time, I love you. Bye.